Speaking of the airships themselves, what distinguishes them from other flying machines? What is their advantage over airplanes, helicopters? What tasks can they accomplish more effectively? Yes, everyone understands perfectly well. It's the lifting force created by helium. An airship filled with lifting gas stays in the air without consuming fuel or electricity. A helicopter to hover needs to spin its propellers, burning fuel. An airplane to fly needs propulsive speed for this purpose. Engines work, speed is created, and an airship, if it is balanced, it means that it is at a certain height and it is there and it needs a minimum of energy just to stabilize. That is what makes it different. It can stay in the air for free. And for a long time, right? Well, yes. It gets such a unique distinction from any airborne technology. It can be 1 day, 2, 3, 4 days, a month. In the long run, it can be a year. It may not even descend to the ground. Well, a year is two high stratospheric airships. Airships are usually evaluated by carrying capacity or the number of cubes. Yes, airship specialists measure everything by cubic meters. Usually, as we say, like so many kilograms or tons can be lifted. If we start talking about smallest vehicles and largest ones, where can they be used and what are the advantages? You can also transport cargo by airplane or helicopter. You can. Air transportation is already well established in the modern logistics. It's expensive and fast. Helicopters are even more expensive and even faster. But the leg is completely different. But an airship can take the airplane and move it. An airship can't move an airplane. An airplane needs infrastructure. It needs airfields, runways, and so on and so forth. An airship doesn't need infrastructure. It can pick up cargo right at the manufacturer's factory, drag that cargo in a straight line straight to the warehouse. It can unload it on any empty ground. Well, naturally, the volume of the airship, if it is a very large airship, there are different things there. It will be enough for it to have a mast. It will use it to fix it and lower the cargo on cables. So the warehouse should have a small high mast and a platform where the cargo can be moved. An airplane can't do that. A helicopter can, but a helicopter's leg is too small. So helicopters can't fly very far. Airships can fly very far. So it's cheaper to perform the same functions at least, right? According to all theoretical calculations and practical application in the past, airships outperform both airplanes and helicopters in terms of fuel efficiency. And yes, starting with a certain dimension of airship, to transport 1 ton for 1 kilometer, it is cheaper than a helicopter, cheaper than an airplane, cheaper than a truck, even a car. But of course, it starts from a certain dimension, a certain size. And there are airships that can lift and carry 200 tons. They're comparable to sea transport. And it's the cheapest on the planet. And then there is the very popular topic of drones for all sorts of tasks. Yes, from smallest to biggest. Yes, and they can basically be drones too. They're already performing those functions. In Africa, I don't remember in which country exactly, together with the French, they built small airships, 8 kilograms or so. That is what they can carry. They carry medicines from a district center to a village, for example. The project is quite recent. It may be a year old, maybe a little more. There is a commercial order from a pharmaceutical company. The pharmaceutical company pays for it. So they bought a drone or services and they use it. Are they going to expand or not? Well, I don't know. But it starts from 8 kilograms. A drone can't get there, an airship can. Yes, and drones, if I'm not mistaken, it's 15 or 30 minutes, right? That is what they have. Well, it's a drone that is of a quadrocopter type. An airplane type drone can get there. An airplane type, yes. If we talk about, for example, carrying something over a very short distance, then probably there are no competitors to the airship. If you compare it to a drone, or the same cargo drone, observation drone. Look, there are different dimensions and each dimension has its own effective range at which it can operate. There is a dimension where you can fly on a short leg. It is like 10 tonners. Anything up to 10 tonners, it means short legs. Anything over 10 tons is medium. Anything over, that is long range, of course. A very large airship, which can carry a large size cargo, which no one can move at all, any legs can be used there. Moving something from factory to factory. Sometimes it will be easier to call an airship.